Hi guys, welcome to the very first summary episode of Daily Word Webs to Build the Cat. Just for those of you who are new, उनके लिए guys, this is a summary episode. That means हम लोग already इसके 34 sessions खत्म कर चुके हैं, and now in this episode we are trying to summarize or talk about the theme on which we had picked up the roots for these sessions, right? So kind of a short summary of all that we have done in the 34 sessions. Obviously वो पूरा का पूरा cover इसमें नहीं होगा. For that you'll have to watch those sessions. But just taking stock of the situation here. Okay, so let's start. So what you have on your screen, guys, is basically the list of all the roots that we have discussed in these last 34 episodes. Episodes 1, 2, 3, 4 यहाँ पे हैं, 5, 6, 7 here, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'll tell you how they are grouped. There's a logic based on which we had picked these roots, and there's a logic based on which they have been grouped. Okay. And the underlying logic behind picking these roots was dichotomies, right? Dichotomies basically means Google defines it as a division or contrast between two things that are represented as being opposed or entirely different, right? For example, जो आपका सबसे पहला वाला जो हमने सेट उठाया था रूट का, that was based on the dichotomy of light and darkness. So all the roots that you see here basically relate to this dichotomy, right? So lumen, luz relate to light, and photo also relates to light. Nox, nicked, and number, they all relate to darkness. Okay. The second dichotomy we went for was mind and body. Okay. उसके बाद next dichotomy जो हमने उठाया, that was about mind and body. So you can say psyche and animus are the roots for mind, and corpus, corp, and soma are the roots for body. After that, we moved on to the dichotomy of good and bad, right? Good and bad or evil. So you and bene or bon are the roots for good, and malus and kako are the roots for bad. Next, we moved on to the dichotomy of life and death, right? Excuse my handwriting, just 1 second. Yeah, life and death. So bio, viv, and vit were the roots for life, and mort, necro, and site were the roots for death or murder. Then we moved on to the dichotomy of stars and universe. ज़रूरी नहीं, sorry, time and universe, right? So next dichotomy was time and space or time and universe, right? The distinction between these two is not as polarized as the other dichotomies, but yes, we took them as part of the theme. So chrono and tempo are the roots for time, and evam, hora, even and hora are also the roots for time. Cosmos, aster, and star are the roots that relate to universe. Cosmos and cosmos relate to universe, and aster and star, stellas relate to star. Okay. Next, we moved on to the dichotomies of earth and water, or land and water, you can say. Okay, land and water. So geo, terra, and ter basically stood for roots that related to land or earth, and aqua and hydro related to water. Finally, we zeroed in on the roots relating to the dichotomies of speaking and writing, to speak and to write. Okay. So, and then these are the roots that the roots that discussed in the last part, locu, locket, dict, script, and graph are roots from which there are so many English words have been derived, and not like even apart from the ones that we discussed in these episodes. And hence you can see like the right ये वाले episodes आपके काफी लंबे चले थे इसमें. In fact, for script we had 2 episodes, graph we had 2 episodes, and so on and so forth. So yeah, so that's the theme, that has been the theme of the roots that we picked up in the very first set of daily word webs. हम लोग आगे भी जाके और भी आपके themes लेके आके और भी will be looking into many more roots in the weeks to come. So yeah, so that's about that. And if you've watched all of these sessions, these word webs, you have actually gone through all of these word webs that we have on the screen here, 34 word webs with more than having learned hopefully more than 300 words and sentence usages of all of those words learned on a primary basis, tests that you may have appeared for. And yes, so that's all that we have covered, 34 word webs, around 46 roots, more or less, and 150 words on a primary basis, and 190 plus words on a secondary basis. So that's all that we have done, guys. And but does that mean that we have done enough in terms of vocabulary, or let's say in terms of VRC or CAT preparation? Obviously not. We are just getting started. We are probably somewhere here. Okay. See, guys, one thing that we should understand is that vocabulary, देखो कुछ चीज़ ऐसी होती है जो कि fundamental भी होती हैं और elementary भी होती हैं, right? Like for example, if you're going on a journey, having a good set of footwear is something that is very very elementary. Obviously यार एक अच्छा footwear तो होना ही चाहिए, but at the same time अगर वो नहीं हो तो काफ़ी दिक्कतें भी हो सकती हैं, right? So it is elementary, but it is not that doesn't decrease its importance. It is also fundamental. So similarly, vocabulary maybe there's having a good vocabulary, having some grasp on grammar, definitely has benefits. But well, if you're going on a journey, is a good footwear all that you need to complete the journey? Obviously not. There are many other factors which play a role beyond your footwear, right? तो आपको वहाँ से तो वो तो आपको कम से कम उतनी चीज़ तो करनी है. So vocabulary and grammar तो हमें इस साइड में रखना है. At the same time, there are many other factors which have more direct levers, more direct leverage on your when it comes to your performance in the VR section, the CAT exam, right? And that's what we'll be moving on towards in the upcoming days and weeks, okay? And उस तरफ हमें जाना है. आपके vocab और grammar के सेशन आपके daily release होते रहेंगे. I'll try to keep them bite-sized. I'll try to keep them engaging and short. But it's time for us to now move on to the more direct levers. एंड ये चीज़ें आपको फिर भी कंटिन्यू करनी है. ये आपको एक लाइक थिंक ऑफ दीज एज लाइक द ड्रिल्स दैट यू डू ना. आप कोई भी आप गेम अगर आपने कभी सॉकर या फुटबॉल प्रैक्टिस या आप खेलने कभी जाते होंगे कोई भी स्पोर्ट्स में, तो द इनिशियल वेरी इनिशियल पार्ट वो फिटनेस के लिए जो आपको चीज़ें कराते हैं, राइट? कि हाँ ये ड्रिल्स करके आओ, एक राउंड मार के आओ, वो करके आओ. सो दोज आर इंपॉर्टेंट, दे आर एलिमेंट्री बट दे आर इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? सो दैट्स हाउ वोकैबुलरी एंड ग्रामर शुड बी लुक्ड एट इन दिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट. सो वो करते करते हम लोग को नाउ इट्स टाइम फॉर अस टू मूव ऑन टू other stuff which have more direct leverage, and that's what we'll be moving on to. We are just warming up, lots to come, and a good and a difficult maybe, but definitely an exciting journey ahead. So yeah, so okay, so let's do this, guys. Thank you. So guys, so far as my profile and credentials are concerned, मैंने उसके लिए अलग से एक वीडियो यहाँ पे बना दिया है जिससे कि हर बार 2-3 मिनट इसमें ज़ाया ना करने पड़े. फिर भी अगर आपको शॉर्ट में रीड करना है तो यहाँ पॉज करके यू कैन रीड ऑल ऑफ दिस कंटेंट अबाउट मी. But if you go to the video, you'll also get to see the reviews of the courses that I've conducted on other platforms in the past, right? So go on and check that out if you want. So that's about that, and यहाँ पे this link will take you to the next video, and this should take you to the very first video of the series if you're new to the session. Okay, so that's about it. See you in the next one.